Okay, let's take a look at your swing here. I'm not sure, but it seems like I might have done one before. You were in my library. I didn't check to see if you had done one previously, but if you did, then you know how they do them. Strong right hand grip. You probably noted that before. Fairly strong left hand grip. Let's take a look at what that does to the club face. And because of the vertical nature of that, it's fairly square. Even though the cupped wrist, because of the right hand grip, you got a pretty good club face right there. In fact, it's right on the laying right on the plane, so that's pretty good. It's not a matter of how you grip the club. It's if the face kind of matches the grip. With your strong right hand grip like that, you're always going to have a tendency to have a little cup in your wrist at the top because you have it at address. So let's watch this play out here. Let's try it again. Narrow swing. Very narrow swing. Take a look at this before we suggest anything. I don't know what ball flight you have. You might have told me before if I did one. Be careful here. And you got that face pretty open right there. That will require a lot of exercise with your hands through the ball because you've dropped it down to a fairly open position. You know, kind of really like to see that face looking a little more like your posture there, a little more like this. But when you tug it down like that, if you get it back, let me see this. When you pull it down like this, narrow and down, see the face go to open? And now you pulled the handle a little bit more. And that's the natural tendency of the face of the club, to do that, to fall open if you don't torque it with your forearms. So with it open this late in the downswing, you're kind of reliant on a lot of flip over of your hands, and that's why you have this hang back look here. What I'd probably like to see you do, see it's square there, it's very narrow, you pulled the club down close to you, you don't have much extension out here, and there's where it drifts to open. And then there's where your flip is, and you got a little chicken wing with the right arm. The speed of the camera is not great, so I can't see you all the way down, but it looks like you're hanging back and flipping it over. And the reason I'd say for that would be this pull down right here, where instead of torquing the club or getting a little wider with the club and turning it down, you'd be able to use your body more through the ball. Because clearly what you're doing here is you're not using your body enough through the ball. That's flipping the club over, shortening the radius with the right arm, and then you come through afterwards. But what we'd like to see you do is be more aggressive with your body in the impact zone. Be open there already with the elbow a little bit more out in front of you, so you didn't have to hang back here and flip it over. And the way you could do that be to get your club a little squarer a little later in the downswing. So clear this is. We also don't know what shot they're hitting. A little more like that, huh? Instead of like that. So let's draw a line on your club face here. Something like that. That'd be the biggest culprit in your swing that I can see. I don't know if this was what we had you working on last time. But you're pulling on the handle. Do you see your palms? You should think of your left palm as kind of dribbling a basketball on the way down. So you could turn this club into a squarer position, and that would enable you to move more through the ball like that. See, because he's got the club so square to the arc that he's swinging on, he can really use his body to hit it. If you used a proper rotation with this club face this open this late, you would hit a lot of blocks off to the left. You may even be doing that with your flip. I don't know what kind of a shot but you've got a strong grip, so you know that's not the answer. I call it a tumble. Torquing the club, feeling the forearm, turning this club down toward the ground more like this, looking down this way, instead of looking straight up at the sky here this late. That's causing you to have to use too much hands through the impact, and this hangback look that you have and that chicken wing that you have. So you get there later, but you can see this is a good, when you finish this way, it's in a real nice body motion, and you can see that you have a lot of the old reverse C. Now, I don't know what years you started playing it, but the swing, the swing that you have here was kind of an older swing, really. You may be sitting back on your heels a little bit too much here. I probably wouldn't mind just seeing you come up and get a little more balance. It looks like a little too much weight is sitting back on when your butt is this far out. It's kind of like your weight is too far back a little bit, and then you can get stuck on your inside path with that. Yeah, that's what you have. So what to do? I would. I'd get a little width in your swing, and I'd use more body through the impact. I would like to get rid of the narrowness of this swing, and that would get rid of some of the pull down. Let me show you one from the side here. It's this way. Yeah, it's getting it out wider there. A good turn to that body. So when you get it up to the top, so let's assume we stay with the posture and the grip that you have. And when we get it up to the top, I wouldn't like to see you pull it straight down so that the club is that vertical. I like to get that elbow more out in front of you, get that face to tumble down a little bit, and then use your body more through the impact. Instead of throwing the club like this and hanging back here, I'd really like to see you move this way through the ball more. You know what you could do to facilitate that is you could straighten your right leg a little bit. When you keep the right leg bent like this a little bit, you're always going to be prone to hang back and flip it over. Yeah. So let's work on the club face. Let's work on trying to get this thing to get out wider a little bit and to turn the face down, to actually feel a torquing of your forearms down to the ground, and that would enable you to use your body a little bit more. I think you'll be a little bit more consistent with that. Okay? So give that a try. The PayPal account is clarkstee, ClarkstEE, at AOL.com. And this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. What is your handicap and what is your miss tend to be? I don't know if you told me that in the email. It's DennisClarkGolf@gmail.com. Good luck.